In Philadelphia, Bassem is investigating the rare Rotunda catacomb. He's searching for clues to help him understand how Alexander the Great transformed the lives of the people buried here.
Mahmoud just found here a very important thing. This is made out of textile and then gold sheets, real gold sheets.
As their excavation continues, Bassem and the team collect more signs of a wealthy family. From luxurious amounts of fine quality mummy wrappings to fragments of shimmering gold leaf.
Amazing. You can see gold is everywhere here.
It's evidence that Philadelphia was a wealthy city, home to people rich enough to afford the grandest of Egyptian burial practices. People here were prospering after Alexander's arrival.
I can see amazing stuff here. This is a kind of complete pot.
This beautiful piece of ancient pottery is a clue to when the tomb was built.
There is a complete profile here that we could use for dating of this tomb. It seems that this is end of Ptolemaic, early Roman.
The Ptolemaic dynasty, the Greek pharaohs that followed Alexander, lasted for 3 centuries, meaning this tomb dates to 300 years after Alexander came to Egypt. And yet the people here were still building their tombs in the style he imported.
This kind of circular structure that is on top of this burial chamber is copied from parallel examples in Alexandria.
The catacomb and its circular superstructure are proof the city founded by Alexander the Great was seen as an example to follow.
The architect at that time wanted to simulate the buildings that they loved at Alexandria here in Philadelphia.
Alexander's Greek culture had spread from Alexandria to other parts of the country.
Philadelphia was established from scratch on basis of the Greek style which came to Egypt by Alexander the Great.
Alexander's lasting impact on Egypt is becoming clearer. But the catacomb hasn't given up all its secrets yet. Bassem heads back to the tomb to see what his team has discovered.
نزلي والله
2 near-perfectly preserved panels of a mummy portrait. Rare works of funeral art not seen in Egypt before Alexander. These wax paint portraits preserved a person's likeness after death, in the hope their soul could find their body in the afterlife.
Omar found one part that was stuck to the floor, and it fits perfectly to the first part to complete the face of the man, including the rest of his neck, his right eye, and big portion of his face.
These rare and precious portraits allow Bassem to look into the eyes of the people that lived here some 2,000 years ago. Together, the finds here paint a picture of Philadelphia as a city with a thriving economy.
You wouldn't have this quality of tomb unless you have a good architect. You wouldn't also have this kind of portraits unless you have the high-class artist, which means that Philadelphia was really important, and it was attracting people from the capital to come here and to live here or to work here.
Philadelphia was booming, and the mummy portrait stands out as the perfect illustration of how the arrival of Alexander the Great in Egypt transformed the lives of people here.
It's a mixed technique of painting is Greek, preserving the face for the afterlife. It's purely Egyptian culture.
Persian rulers had suppressed Egyptian traditions, looting temple treasuries and stifling practices like the Apis bull cult. Bassam's discoveries reveal that under Alexander, Philadelphia and Egypt flourished with the melding of Greek and Egyptian culture.
Philadelphia was a big melting pot, starting a new era where people from different backgrounds, different civilization, different culture were mixed together. It's a multicultural place.